The year was 1971. The air in Delhi was thick, not just with the humidity of a looming monsoon but with the suffocating weight of an implementing war. Field Marshal Sam Bahadur was not a man easily rated, he was a figure of starch and steel, famous for his hand diver mustache and a wit that could cut deeper than a Gorkha could be. But those close to him during those fantastic months whispered of something else, a series of events that defined the cold logic of military strategy. It began in a dimly lit office at South Block. Sam was alone poring over topographical maps of East Pakistan. The door was locked, the guards outside saw no one had entered, yet when Sam looked down at the map of Sylhet sector, a small jagged stone, a river pebble, sat directly atop a specific, unnamed jungle riddle. Sam brushed it aside 10 minutes later after a brief phone call. After a brief phone call, he looked back. The pebble was there again. This time it was resting on a different coordinate, a hidden supply route the intelligence wing hadn't even discovered yet. Sam didn't call for security, he simply narrowed his eyes, lit a cigarette and murmured, "Alright, sweetheart, I am listening." Days before the official commencement of hostilities, Sam visited a forward base. An old Subedar, a man who had served with the 8th grade rifles for 30 years, approached him. The soldier didn't salute, he simply handed Sam a small weathered brass coin. "The mountains are moving, Sam Sahib," the old man whispered in a voice that sounded like grinding stones. The ancestors already matched. Do not look behind the curtain until the 13th day. The Subedar vanished into the fog of the camp. When Sam later asked for the man by name, the record showed he had been missing in action since the 1962 war. As the war erupted, the world watched what appeared to be a masterpiece of conventional warfare, but inside the war room, the atmosphere was different. Officers reported hearing the phantom sound of marching boots in corridors that were empty. Orders appeared on desks in handwriting that matched no staff officer order that, when followed, led Indian columns to intercept Pakistani retreats perfectly, as if they knew the enemy's minds before the enemy did. On the 30th day, exactly as the cryptic warning suggested, the surrender was signed in Dhaka. Years later, long after Sam had retired to the quiet hills of Konur, a biographer asked him about his sixth sense during the 71 wars. Sam leaned back, the familiar glint in his eyes turning cold and distant. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a weathered brass coin, in same one given to him by a ghost in the fog. "Strategy is for the history books, Johnny," Sam quipped, though his smile didn't reach his eyes. But in the heat of the night, when the faith of millions hangs by a thread, sometimes the shadows decided they were had enough of waiting. I didn't lead that army alone. He never spoke of it again, but till his final breath. Visitors at his home often reported the faint, unmistakable smell of expensive tobacco and the sound of a phantom battalion marching through the mist of the Nilgiri hills, guarding the man who had guarded a nation. Thank you and Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.